Greetings everyone, this is Wayoff from the Warthunder community. Now, unfortunately, I have not been able to get my first review video up for Warthunder in time. I'm having a lot of problems with fraps currently. It doesn't really want to record audio that well, and it's just being crap in terms of syncing this mic with actual capture. So instead of rush out a crap video, I'd rather sit back and work with it a little bit more. Instead, what I'm giving you today is a replay from my live stream on Monday, I believe, against a three-man element from Flight Group 9. This was a domination map, and they were really tearing it up. They were holding, I believe, the C Point airfield and allowing one of their bombers to essentially farm ground targets. You can see me here after a strafing run on Country Boy 14. In his MiG-3, which was not very successful. And I think really this highlights all the strengths and weaknesses with energy fighters, which the US line in particular has a ton of, as well as the Germans. Here we have the P-36 Hawk, Tier 2, one of the earliest ventures into energy fighters on the American line, that along with the Brewster Buffalo, the F2A. These are the entry line energy fighters, if you will. And the P-36 in particular really emphasizes the whole energy fighter concept because it can't turn worth a damn, and it's just a real boom and zoom fighter. The Brewster Buffalo does give you a bit more options. The Hawk really doesn't. It's not going to win a turning fight very often unless its opponent is completely crippled. So I've just finished strafing a Stuco for little to no gain, and I'm coming back in now on Riken 83. He is one of the FG9 people in his Hurricane, and as you can see, I'm still having issues with the Warthunder camera on replays, trying to get it to do what I want. So at this point I've switched to follow mode with the camera, and I'm in a head-on pass with Riken. Usually not a good idea. My left wing was pretty badly scrapped on that one, but Riken also suffered critical hits. Head-on passes are rarely a good idea, and he outguns me 4-1 in the Hurricane Mark 1. And I essentially get into a turning fight with him at this point because I've damaged his wing, and I'm figuring he's a crippled beast. I'm going to try and eliminate him. So I put my flaps down, and I engage in a turning fight. And as you can see, the Hawk's not very good at it. He's able to easily outturn me in most cases. I am still getting hits in. His right wing is starting to lose lift, but he's really able to juke me pretty hard in most cases. And I only have two guns, one 12mm and one 7. And it's just not doing enough. There's more damage to his fuel tank, and there I realize I'm under fire now. There's a Hawk essentially just trying to chew my tail off. And I'm remembering I'm an energy fighter. I need to gain ground quickly, gain altitude. Riken is coming after me hard in his Hurricane. There's actually all three members of FG9 and I believe a fourth plane attacking me at this point. And instead of running, I dive through the fire, past one of Riken's teammates, straight back at him. And here we have a pretty unsuccessful attempt to bring him down again. Again, I'm not going to engage in a turning fight anymore. I realize that his teammates are hot on my heels at this point. So now I'm actually starting to use the energy fighter strengths with the whole prospect of diving, gaining speed and energy in the dive, then using that energy to strafe the target, get your attack run, and then using the remains of that energy to get out as fast as you can. So it's a very strategic play with the energy fighter when done successfully. You need to pick your targets ahead of time, and you need to know your course. Now here I am coming in on Country Boy 14. He was one of the FG9 bombers in the area, getting some heavy hits on him. Pretty unsuccessful in the long run. However, as you can see in the bottom, Riken and his Hurricane have finally crashed. It took a long time, and I think he was trying to hit the airfield, and he just didn't quite make it. So that's the first win to me. My left wing has lost most of its lift, so I am pretty crippled, and most of my other flight surfaces are damaged, as you can see. And here we have essentially the kamikaze dive. This was coming in right in on Country Boy. I knew I had guys behind me, and I'm just like, okay, straight down, we know where he is, he's not moving, let's get him. And really little chance of that. His pilot was knocked unconscious, and that's the end of the game for his plane. And as you see now, I'm using the energy I got from that dive to lift off as fast as I can. Unfortunately, that is going to be the last victory for me, because Riken's back in a Spitfire. And he's got friends. Another Hurricane comes in, and as you can see, my wings are totally screwed on lift. I can't right the plane, and Riken eventually just sets me on fire in his return Spitfire Mark 1. And yeah, that was it for him. So all in all, I don't have too many regrets about that fight. If the members of FG9 ever see this video, GG guys, it was a ton of fun, and the rest of your team pretty much kicked our ass all over the place. It was a bad domination game otherwise. So what I'm putting up now are just some frames from the review video that I'm definitely going to get up on the I-15, the I-153, and the I-16 E-Shack. That will be done by next week, hopefully. And we're done with trying to use fraps for recording mics. I have learned my lesson. So, until next time, I'll see you later.
Got a hole in your right wing.